I'd like to introduce you to Ikan's brand new RGBW full color line, our Lyra LCX21. First, let's talk about the physical aspects. This is a 1x2 soft panel, and they have removable barn doors. You can just simply close them up, and then you'll see that there's these 4 color tabs here that are yellow. You simply hold them open, and then the barn doors can come off. And that's pretty much it for the front of the light. The rest of it's going to be on the back where all the controls are. You can power the light 2 different ways. You can either use the 2 V-mount battery plates, or you can use the power adapter, which is conveniently already attached on top so that it's not hanging and destroying your power cords. There are 2 ways to control the light. You can use 8-channel DMX, or you can use the physical buttons here, which I'm going to go through with you. The light has 5 modes. There is the CCT mode, which is your typical bicolors. This light goes from 2800 all the way to 10,000 Kelvin. In CCT mode, besides controlling the color temperature, you can also control the intensity, which is also the brightness. And another thing that you can actually adjust is the plus and minus green, or plus and minus magenta, depending on how you want to view it. And the reason why you want this is that it allows you to easily color match other lights you have. And the last feature in the CCT mode are profiles. This actually allows you to have your saved settings. So here I have profile 1, which is a 10,000 Kelvin and 63 intensity. But here if I click it, you can see profile 2 is at 2800 Kelvin and 63% intensity. And I can actually save up to 5 of them. The second mode of the LCX21 is HSI, which is essentially the color wheel. This actually allows you to rotate through the color wheel and 1 degree each all the way to 360. And similar to the CCT mode, you can control the intensity, which is the brightness. And then what you can also control is the saturation. So maybe this is too much red for you, you want a little bit less red. You can control the saturation down. By default, the light is set to use the red, green, and blue LEDs. However, you can actually control it to use only the red and green, the red and blue, the green and blue, and then you go back to using all 3. The third mode of the LCX21 is the RGBW mode. This actually allows you to control each one of the LEDs individually. So if you take a look here, you'll see that there's 3 arrows pointing at the red LED. This means you're controlling the red, and you can adjust the intensities here. And then you can actually use the top button to rotate through the different colors. The fourth mode of the LCX21 is gel mode. What this basically does for you is that you don't have to physically put gel on the light. This already has some pretty common configurations saved on there for you. And once you find a gel that you want to use, go ahead and select it. And here you can control the color temperature of either 3200 Kelvin or 5600 Kelvin. And you can also control the intensity. And just make sure you apply the gel by turning it on. And the last mode of the LCX21 is the special effects mode, which you can click here, and then here you can see you have the party, candle, club, chase, cop, firework, lighting, and fire. So you can select any of these you want. Let's go ahead and see what the party looks like. And you select it in, and once again you have the option of controlling the saturation, the intensity, and even the speed of which things happen. And under combo, we actually have a few color combinations. Here we have red, blue, and white, and then you can also get blue and white, red and blue, and just blue by itself. And for lightning, we actually know that sometimes you're gonna wanna trigger it specifically for a certain scene. So we've actually added a press button so you can trigger the lightning. Those are the 5 modes that are available on the LCX21, but there are a few other things that I want to talk with you about, like the DMX, you have a DMX button here that actually allows you to easily change the DMX address. And depending on your shooting environment, we actually have the feature to allow you to adjust the speed of the fan, which also correlates to how much sound the fan makes. Although you do have the option to turn the fan off, I do suggest that you keep the fan on if you are using the light on bright intensities. And should you find yourself in a dark environment and you actually can't see the buttons and the writing underneath them, you can actually note that the top right button here allows you to go to the menu, which has the same access to all the features here. If you want to find out more information about our Lyra LCX21, you can visit us at icancorp.com, and I'll see you next time.